Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Llama77 gaming channel. We're going to be talking about Ubisoft's new seafaring game, Skull and Bones, here today. Before we hop on into the action, make sure you go check out my Twitch channel, where all of the footage you've seen today was streamed live over at twitch.tv/the_Llama77. And make sure to go over and follow my Twitter, the_Llama77, for more updates and information. Now, let's get into the video here. Skull and Bones is the newest edition of Ubisoft games, officially releasing on February the 16th with a price tag of $60. I got invited to play the closed beta, and here are my main thoughts. Starting with the offshore gameplay, when I loaded into the game, I had the expectations of this being more of a Sea of Thieves type deal, where you man different parts of the ship, kind of shoot those different cannons yourself. However, it really wasn't that. This game actually plays more like Assassin's Creed Black Flag. You have a choice of different weaponry to place all around your boat, and can, shoot different sets of those weapons based on the direction that you are looking. The game starts you out with a small ship that you can upgrade to bigger ones along the way. The smaller ship is nice because it has a hunting aspect to it, meaning that it isn't really great in head-to-head ship fighting, but it can really help you take down fish and other animals to gain food. After clearing the tutorial and upgrading your ship to a fighting ship, the world is now your oyster. You can go and explore, loot materials, follow different quest lines, or even try raiding different towns for more resources. The game forces you to take down some different types of ships and report back to the main hub town. Something that could be nice or annoying depending on how you take it is the game really likes to keep you on the ship. This means farming for resources is just pretty much a quick time event that's on the boat. Raiding cities or boarding enemy ships is just a cutscene, unlike Black Flag. Even some of the markets and other things you pass by, you don't even need to hop off your ship, which is nice unless you're someone like me that likes that onshore gameplay. The game also has a wanted level similar to Black Flag in games like GTA, where if you kill too many enemy ships, you'll be the target of higher and higher level ships attacking you. It can also mess up certain quests. If you take down a ship, you might get attacked by the town you're trying to land at. Now on to multiplayer capabilities. Although in the closed beta I was unable to play with friends, this game has a large multiplayer capability. When buying your third ship, you have a choice to change your ship class. The three classes are support, tank, and DPS with different skills to match. Some can give you bonus damage while ramming, while tank ships just give you pretty much more health. So the ship fighting would work like an MMO, and everyone is trying to accomplish one goal by fighting together. Fighting with friends would definitely be better than fighting solo, and this game, I believe, does support up to 3 players playing at one time in a squad. The game heavily advertised player versus player online multiplayer combat, but in the closed beta, I didn't really get to see any of this. The tutorial area is a safe zone that you can't fight other player ships in, which does make sense and is very understandable, but at the same time, after completing the tutorial, it still was not available. Maybe there are only going to be certain areas or world events that you can do PvP over, or, maybe those town raids we talked about earlier can be intercepted by another player. It was really hard to tell for how much they advertise that player versus player combat. There are also a ton of safe zones either way. The wanted level I talked about earlier might be a way to initiate PvP, where if you are 5 stars, then you might be able to be targeted by other player mounted ships. Now to the onshore gameplay, because when talking about a pirate game, I feel like onshore gameplay is just as important to me as offshore gameplay. Personally, Skull and Bones, it really does feel dry, boring, and very effortless. Other than the main port town, there was no real reason to get off your ship other than to turn in those fetch quests. There's no real reward for even exploring some of the islands. I stopped at multiple places, and the chest full of goodies was literally right by the shore. They had massive islands, and I explored some of them, but there's no reward for doing so, just maybe a hiding merchant here or there that sells really nothing you need. Speaking of things that merchants sell, the food you can cook at stations can only be used on the ship. I thought there would be some sort of sword fighting or gun fighting on the shore, but no, you get no weapons other than your boat. The food can make you go faster, can gain stamina, or can do some other things on the boat, but it felt to me was more of a waste of cargo space until you unlock those higher level food recipes. The hub town is pretty cool overall, has a whole storage system that you can store a lot of your things from if you don't want to carry them in your ship's storage, but it also has multiple places to pick up some quests. That is the one thing I did really like about the onshore was you could pick up a lot of quests. A lot of them were just fetch quests, but there were some nice and different interesting ones. On top of all that, there is a fast travel system, so whether you like it or not, it's kind of similar towards Starfield, where once you explore that one place, you can fast travel by paying a small fee of currency. So if you do like to skip through all of that water riding, then go ahead and do that, but if not, then of course you can just sail yourself that way. Now on to my overall thoughts on the game. When thinking about this game, we have to go back to our original question. Is this game worth the $60 price tag that was put forward? I really don't think so. This game was a lot of fun with the ship fighting and quests, but overall felt like Assassin's Creed Black Flag without the Assassin's Creed aspects and with a little bit better graphics. The PvP is a large thing that could be pretty huge where, three-man squads could be running around having lots of fun, but if you're playing as a solo, I assume you're just going to get absolutely destroyed by these three-man squads. So, meaning you're not only going to have to purchase a copy for yourself, but two friends as well if you want to play the game in all of its entirety. With how bland the onshore gameplay was, and it being an Ubisoft game, it did crash multiple times while I was playing it. Unless there are some major improvements, it really wouldn't be a buy for me. I would give it a 6.5 out of 10 overall, but I think there are places it could be improved. I would honestly rather just sit down and play some Black Flag than have to purchase this. Alright, that is all I have for Ubisoft's new game, Skull and Bones. Comment down below if you think I should buy this game when it releases in February to see if this game has some of those improvements we were talking about. Either way, make sure to leave a like on this video if you like this review style content, and make sure to check out all of my other socials. I appreciate every single one of you, but as always, never give up, never give in. My name's Llama77, and I will see you on the next one.